Can I buy land and live in an RV? At one point in my past, I thought about living the full RV life. If it's too hot in the summer, I can move somewhere cooler. Too cold in the winter? It'll be easy to move where the weather is more preferable. But as the years passed, my dream shifted to something else of similar nature. Can I buy land and live in an RV? I was thinking, why not? If I have my land, I can certainly just park my RV and live there all year round. The answer is not a plain yes or no, it would depend on the circumstances and on the location. Let's say you already have land, you'd think you can do whatever you want because it's your land after all. The most common concern is it legal to live in an RV in your own backyard? If you're parking your RV in your own lot and you plan to live there for a short period, that's generally okay. But planning to live there permanently is another topic. There are specific laws that prohibit people from parking RVs in your backyard for the purpose of living there permanently. But you may ask, why is it illegal? The answer is simply because the law does not define RVs as valid permanent place of residence. Since it's called an RV, which means recreational vehicle, then its main purpose is for recreation, and it's a vehicle, not a house. Because of this, RVs do not meet the standard requirements of the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Is it legal to live in a trailer while building a house? Building a house or working on making your existing structure bigger usually takes time. Renting another house to live in while you build a larger house is not cost-effective. But if you have an RV, then it's a great option for you as you can save money on rent. The first thing to do is check your local town regulations if there are any restrictions about living in RVs while building a house. Depending on your location, some towns have no written rules about such circumstances, so you could be off the hook. Other towns also have restrictions about trailers and might tow yours if you don't get the necessary permit beforehand. So, it would be a good idea to check with your local town authorities first before taking this step to ensure you're not violating anything. Some even live in their RVs while building for 2 years, so it clearly works for some people. Is it legal to live in an RV with a child? As far as I know, there are no laws governing that it's illegal to live in an RV with a child. However, as responsible parents, living in an RV goes so much more beyond that. There are so many things you need to consider when we talk about your kids' welfare. Regular visit to the doctor. Even when you're living in an RV, your kid must have a permanent doctor that you visit regularly. Education. You shouldn't neglect your child's education just because you embrace the full RV life. Going to a traditional school may be a challenge. However, there are other viable options like homeschooling or online programs. Regardless what type of schooling you choose, it's important they don't miss school just because you're always on the road. Can you live in a camper year-round? Depending on where you are, you can live in a camper all year round. Many RVers have taken this path. Actually, some moving from one place to another, others live long periods in RV parks. Another thing to be considered is your lifestyle. Many people prefer to live in their campers to save on costs. Some parks charge less than $1,000 monthly, which is way lower than renting a one-bedroom apartment that could be twice as much plus utilities. Not all people who live in RV parks are adventurers. A lot of them stay there because they have nowhere else to go. So, if you're willing to be neighbors with just about anybody, then RV parks could be perfect for you. As one river puts it, there are many ways to live. Find what works for you. Final thoughts. Deciding on being a full-time river is not as simple as you think. Local regulations may prevent you from doing so. Make sure to check with your local agencies to avoid violating any laws or having your trailers towed.